Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about critical thinking. Maybe for some people, hearing the terms make them feel dizzy, lazy, bored, or even faint. But let's take it easy this time. I do not intend to bore or scare you with a complicated stories because critical thinking is not, or maybe should not be as complicated as math. Although actually critical thinking can also help us in math problems. Then what exactly is critical thinking? But first, my name is Dzihni Adilah. I'm a student of MA Unggul Sabira. I'm not here to teach you about math, but allow me to deliver speech titles, learn from small things, to become a critical leader. Don't eat watermelon seed, or tree will grow from the stomach. Have you ever heard that sentence? What do you think? Do you immediately believe it, or try to find out the truth first? People who have critical thinking will definitely do the latter. They will not easily believe in statements without data and evidence. Critical thinking is not something that can be underestimated. When we don't have the ability to think critically, we will be easy swayed by information. We will be also easy provoked, divided, or even cheated by any promotion or discounts that are on display. I have a trick question. If there's a 5 birds on the tree, then a hunter comes and shoots one of the birds, how many birds are left on the tree? Most of you will answer 4 birds, and perhaps there's nothing wrong with the answers. But people who think critically will answer none, because the other bird will fly away in fear. Do you get the point? People who think critically will always see things from multiple points of view. They try not to limit the scope of thought to a single factors of reasoning. That's what made them able to solve a problem well and come up with ideas that are out of the box. In addition, critical thinking is also one of the key to become a good leaders. Why? As we know, being a leader is not an easy thing. A leader must be able to make decisions, solve problems, and lead the others toward the same goals. And to fulfill this criteria, critical thinking is a much needed skill. Do you know Captain America? He is known for his ability to lead the Avengers in the most difficult situations. He always prioritizes the safety of the team and the missions. He did not hesitate to sacrifice himself for the safety of others, as seen in the various battle against big enemies like Thanos, for example. He also sometimes has to make a decision quickly on the battlefield, but fortunately, he always has creative solutions in difficult situations. We can see that in various movies and comics, he often uses surrounding for strategic advantage. He not only focuses in the end of result, but also how to reach that result in squares and fair way. That's an example of leader with a critical thinking skills. This skill doesn't come as students are filled in nostalgia. No, it must be hunt and familiar. Not to take lessons or spend a lot of money to do it. Instead, we can hunt in our daily life. As an example, when we want to buy goods in our stores, learn how to keep us from being deceived and how to prevent disappointment with the item we order by reading the description of the items or maybe looking at the review of other buyers. If we rush to decide on options, the result will not be satisfactory. There's a critical thinking process that we must do for us to achieve what we truly want. Besides that, we can also learn from a group work, such as meeting or join organizations. When we actively participate in a forum, such as giving opinions, solve problems, and interacting well, then we are unconsciously building our critical thinking. Don't refuse when you are appointed to lead a meeting or solve a problem. While you can handle it, then take all the opportunities that exist to continue to develop our critical thinking. Because the more experience we get, the more we get used to become a good leader. Critical thinking is just like photos in Instagrams, but it should be an ever-present filters in our brains that help us wisely perceive everything that we hear, read, and see. One thing we can do to make it happen is through practice, practice, and practice. Practice makes you perfect. Keep practicing until you can be a great leader. Keep trying until you can be like Captain America. Remember, critical thinking is not about being wise or smart, but also how we can make the right decisions. Even in time temptation 99% discounts, that turns out to be a trap. So let's think critically so that we cannot be only people wise leading, but also wallet hero who are not tempted by promos. I think that is all from me. I'm Dzihni Adilah. See you when I see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.